স্বাগতম। এই যে ট্রেনে আপনাদের সাথে রয়েছেন আরাফাত, জুবায়ের। এই যে ট্রেনে আমরা কথা বলি বিভিন্ন বিষয় নিয়ে, সমাজ, রাজনীতি, অর্থনীতি, খেলাধুলা। আজ আমরা কথা বলবো হকি নিয়ে, হকির অতীত ও বর্তমান নিয়ে। এবং আমাদের সাথে আলোচনায় রয়েছেন অত্যন্ত হকি অঙ্গনের, বিশ্ব হকি অঙ্গনের প্রসিদ্ধ নাম শাহবাজ আহমেদ। উনি পাকিস্তান বিশ্বকাপ হকি দলের চ্যাম্পিয়ন দলের অধিনায়ক ছিলেন এবং দুবার বিশ্বকাপ হকির সেরা প্লেয়ার হয়েছেন। আমাদের সাথে রয়েছেন পাকিস্তানের আরেকজন কিংবদন্তি তাহির জামান। উনি বর্তমানে ওমান জাতীয় দলে কোচ এবং এইচএফ এর ডেভেলপমেন্ট অফিসার হিসেবে রয়েছেন এবং তারা দুজনেই বাংলাদেশের ঘরোয়া হকি লিগে খেলেছেন এবং তাদের সাথে বাংলাদেশ ঘরোয়া হকি লিগে খেলেছেন এমন একজনের সাথে আমাদের যুক্ত হয়েছেন নিক্সন আলম। উনি যুক্ত হয়েছেন আমেরিকা থেকে, উনি মোহামেডানের সাবেক অধিনায়ক। আমাদের এই আলোচনাটা আজকে আন্তর্জাতিক পরিমণ্ডলে নিয়ে হবে এবং আমাদের দুজন বিদেশি অতিথি রয়েছে। আমাদের অনুষ্ঠানের বাকি অংশটুকু ইংরেজিতে হবে, আশা করি আপনারা উপভোগ করবেন। So thank you very much Shahbaz bhai and Tahir bhai for joining with us, and welcome to AZ Arena, and as well as the welcome to Nixon bhai also. Hope all are fine.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. First of all, Shahbaz bhai, how are you and how your day is going on in corona pandemic, and what's the latest situation in Pakistan?
I'm really fine with my family, and especially during these days, I kept myself busy at home playing snooker, table tennis, being with the family, and I took very good care of myself. If I go out for grocery or anything else, I was really careful. I think that is the major reason I could keep myself safe, and I'm doing fine.
Yes, thank you very much. Hope remaining days you will also find. Now, Tahir bhai, you are now in Oman, so we are really privileged because you connected with us from Oman. So we are now working as Oman national coach. So Tahir bhai, how are you and in corona pandemic, and what situation in Oman of in corona situation?
Thank you for hosting. Thank you for having us. The corona situation globally, I think it is getting better and similar and same kind of situation in Oman as well. So as Shahbaz just mentioned, if we keep taking the all precautions which is required, and local governments as well as the World Health Organization is asking, keep washing your hands and use the mask when you are going outside from the home. So those are the precautions we have been taking care of. So alhamdulillah, so far so good.
Finally, Nixon bhai, USA one of the country where the suspected rate is very high. So how are you in corona pandemic in USA?
Alhamdulillah, we are doing fine, and we just follow the CDC guideline. As Tahir bhai said, wearing mask and try to wash hands and keep not to go with crowd, and that's all. So this corona look like it's not going to go away pretty soon, so we have to be careful, and we are. So alhamdulillah, we're doing fine.
Thank you very much, everyone. So now we are moving on hockey. Before our discussion, we are giving the one condolence message for everyone. Just yesterday, Ehtisam bhai, one of the legendary player of Bangladesh, he passed away, and we are passing him a condolence letter from us. So now we are discussing the main issues, the hockey, the president passed, and regarding the hockey, and whoever and whenever the discussion regarding the hockey, the name will come, the Shahbaz Ahmed, and you are considered as a Maradona of hockey. So how you feel the name of the Maradona of hockey, and actually which team you support, and football, Brazil or Argentina, and as a player also the Pele or Maradona?
I think it is difficult to compare Pele and Maradona because both have created history for their country. I like them both. Maradona, we saw recently. Pele, we really could not see. We only can see him in movies. As long as I'm concerned, I'm glad, I'm grateful to Allah Almighty. We really could not see, we only can see Him in movies. As long as I'm concerned, I'm glad, I'm grateful to Allah Almighty. We really could not see, we only can see Him in movies. As long as I'm concerned, I'm glad, I'm grateful to Allah Almighty. We really could not see, we only can see Him in movies. Something wrong? As long as
Yeah, something wrong on there, Shahbaz bhai.
Can I speak again now?
Yes. You can start again. Yes.
Yeah, as long as I'm concerned, I'm grateful to Allah Almighty who put some creativity in me. Actually, in my childhood, I was very keen in sports. I was equally good in all the games. But, finally in school time, I choose hockey. And when I came into hockey, I thought to be the best in a city. Then I thought to be the best in a country. Then I thought to be the best in a world. But it is all Allah Almighty who made me the best player in a world. Whenever I see my past, I feel happy. And I love that people love me.
Yes. And personally in football, which team you like most, Brazil or Argentina? In football,
I think both the teams are good, but I like Brazilians more because they play like we play hockey. They are very handy, you can say, in soccer.
Yes.
So I like Brazil more.
Yes. Thank you. And Tahir bhai, you are one of the legendary players of world hockey. In Pakistan in 90s, Pakistan was the powerhouse of the hockey. In 1994, Pakistan win the World Cup. In 1984, Pakistan win the gold medal of the Olympics. So say something about the past of Pakistan and how the Pakistan gained the situation and gained the position of the world hockey.
Well, I think those were days actually. We are all thankful to those legendary players who they have been playing. If we start talking about from 78, 82, and 84 Olympics game, they inspired us all actually. It was like tradition in Pakistan national hockey team is used to be the symbol of victory in Pakistan for the sports. So thanks to those legendary players, they inspired many others like us, myself and Shahbaz. We also choose the same track and following them and start playing hockey. And the last '94 World Cup under the captainship of Shahbaz, we won for the Pakistan. I think till that time, hockey was more based on skill level. If you have skillful player, individual capacity, then usually the team makes most of the tournaments and by winning those tournaments. But since this offside rules changed in international hockey, the limitation has been introduced through this new rule of offside. You see, when they started with this new rule and they skipped this offside rule, then the ground pitch was extended. So in that way, you can defend any area, you can move anywhere in the pitch, and players are always around you. When there was a restriction of offside rule, that was the time when skillful players, like Shahbaz, Hassan Sardar, Kalimullah, you can name other international players. They were able to use their brilliance for the team's victories. But I believe the major change came when the offside rule was changed. But changing that rule, the hockey dimensions was totally changed. So, if everyone can hear me clearly.
Yes, we are hearing.
Now we can.
So I think that was the time when hockey dimension was changed, when they eliminate the offside rule. Then hockey becomes totally different one. It becomes more team game, combined play rather than individual game. So that was the challenge for the coaches to adopt these new strategies, to work on those aspects. And unfortunately, in Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, in most of the Asian countries, I would say, we were not really able to structure ourselves in terms of coaching education programs. and
Yes,
that's
yes.
why we start struggling from that time. And the European team, mostly, or Australian or Argentinian team, you can say, they
Yes,
keep
yes.
on moving ahead. So
Yes,
I
yes.
believe elimination of offside rule was the major change, and we start lacking in coaching aspects. That's why we are not able to rule the world in hockey nowadays.
Yes, yes. I would ask this question in later part, but you have already mentioned that issue also. However, I am informing all our viewers. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, you can comments on comment section. We will discuss on issues, no problem. However, now we'll go to the Nixon Bhai. Nixon Bhai, and Shahbaz Bhai was the captain of Pakistan national team in 1994, and that year he clinched the trophy of Pakistan as a World Cup winner captain. Later, he came in Bangladesh and joined in Mohammedan, and you are the captain of that team. What's your feel now after 24 years? You are the captain of the World Cup team. After 24 years, how you recall that days?
I still remember actually what I can say that Shahbaz Bhai, Tahir Bhai, Kamran Ashraf, they came. It's a blessing for us. I'm glad they came. And that year we were struggling as a team in the league, Mohammedan, and we lost all of the tournament. But
Yes,
in the league, we're barely winning. Even penalty corner. I was like 30 scorer, high 30 scorer
yes,
in the league. So finally they came and we all were excited and I'm very fortunate and I'm blessed that Shahbaz Bhai, Tahir Bhai, they came and play with us and I was the captain. I feel very blessed because I still remember that was one of the best time in my life and for the sports as well. And
yes,
it would be blessing for anyone
yes,
when
yes,
they're playing, in your team. So
yes,
I'm,
yes,
I'm
yes.
very glad and very grateful to them and Allah.
Yes, yes, yes. Shahbaz and Taiba, both of them you played under the captaincy of the Nixon Bhai. Now, how will recall the sweet memories of Mohammedan and how evaluate your captain of Nixon? Yes, both,
Actually,
both. Yes, yes, yes,
yeah,
yes,
actually, we were very glad. Me and Tahir, we decided to come and play for Mohammedan because of its name. I tell you, we love this
yes, yes,
name and we love the club, so we choose to come. And we were very glad. We know that the people of Bangladesh, they will love, because we recently became the world champion and we really enjoyed being there. We enjoyed the crowd, we really enjoyed the hockey, and we enjoyed the behavior of the entire team. And Nixon, he's a thorough gentleman. I still remember some of the players, they are naughty, but he's very decent guy. uh, and I think Tahir can express a little more. Thank you.
yes, yes. Yes, Tahir Bhai, you can add from the Shahbaz Bhai. Yes, Tahir Bhai.
Yeah, I think as Shahbaz mentioned, we had a really wonderful time together with the Mohammedan Sporting team players. Not only players, the officials also. Uh, Shahbaz already mentioned, and that is very true. We choose this club just because it was named Mohammedan Sporting Club, and we love this name. We respect this name. So there was offer also from the other teams, but Shahbaz decided
True.
we should go for the Mohammedan Sporting Club. So we
Yeah.
were together. We had a wonderful time, and ultimately, when we heard some Indian players also coming and joining the other clubs, and the competition keeps growing and keeps getting hype. I still remember we are used to go to the pitch for the game, and we saw many people outside the stadium. When I asked one of my colleague, I don't know who was just beside walking with me, he said that the people are selling tickets in black to watch the game when we were up to play against one team. And I was shocked.
Yeah.
Local game, and the tickets are getting sold in black. So that was very good time, and it was also ultimately matter of prestige for us because we were there after just winning the World Cup, and it was like we don't have to make sure we can win this league at any cost. And thanks to
Yes,
Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, we were able to help the Mohammedan Sporting Club team there, and it was great help from the players. They also get motivated with our arrival, as just Nixon mentioned. They start
Yeah.
yes,
playing
yes,
also differently. They went more having more confidence in their abilities, and ultimately we had a very good team spirit. So we were able to make it to win the league game.
Yes, yes. It was another experience for me also. So, however, Nixon bhai, in 90s, football was the most popular game in Bangladesh. Hockey was in second position, but nowadays cricket is in the top. But at that time, cricket was in third position. In Dhaka League, Hockey League, Tahir bhai, Donas Pillai, Shahbaz bhai, the world name and famous player played in our country's league. But our hockey was not in optimal level in internationally. What do you think about it? What's the reason behind on it?
You see, as you heard Tahir Bhai said, I mean, you know, the crowd is the main and money. There was a crowd everywhere when they came, we played. I mean, it was, I mean, amazing, unbelievable. And now there's a barely crowd. I believe the main problem is hockey is not in the field. We continue to game league school hockey, you know, under 16, 19, 21, and I mean that's how hockey will grow and player will come. The pipeline is not there. Only player is coming in Bangladesh only from BKSP. Used to
Yes, yes,
be
yes.
so many districts: Faridpur, Joshore, Rajshahi, Old
Yes, yes.
Town, you know, from everywhere, Chittagong, Sylhet, but and cricket, their organization, the organizer is great. They push hard, they try hard, you know, and look at what they are become right now. And I believe hockey has a still potential, and very much. And I hope our organizer listening through this, and they all not fighting or not hating each other, come together for the sake of hockey, and you know, and do better, and you know, push more game on the field, maybe league. The money is very big factor, of course. You know,
Yes, yes, yes,
player playing, especially in subcontinent. You know, our area. So
yes,
if league continues every year, some other tournament continues, I believe hockey has still time, and it will do better.
yes. We hope so. We hope so. Uh,
Yes.
However, I am going to the Shahbaz bhai again. The Pakistan dominated world hockey in 90s, but Pakistan players regularly played in Bangladesh hockey. But Bangladesh hockey didn't go in the high level internationally. So, what's your observation actually? Why Bangladesh hockey didn't reach in optimum level in internationally?
I personally think, first of all, you need proper patronage from the government of Bangladesh. Then
Yes,
you people have to organize it through academies and good coaching program. If you say that it will again go to school, colleges, universities, it will be your dream forever. Because hockey, you know, it is not popular in our youth in Bangladesh and Pakistan as well. So you people can organize 2, 3, 4 academies where you can look after the boys academically, and you pay their fee, you give them the equipment, and you pay some incentive stipend. So this way you can bring in the interest. You should give them expensive shoes, you should give them expensive hockey sticks. That is the only reason I think you can bring hockey back in Bangladesh.
yes. Tahir bhai, will you some add on the Shahbaz bhai views? Because you also involved in as a coach of Ushakia Chakro. So you know better, much better than others. So what's your observation?
Well, I think generally he mentioned a few very valid aspects, but I would like to describe another way. Hockey has three different segments nowadays. In the past, hockey was just practical. You go on the ground, you keep on working hard with the techniques, and you show your dominance through your skills, and you are able to manage to perform well during the matches. But nowadays, it has three different segments. You have theory part, you have game analysis part, then the last one is your practical part. If you are not good enough, if you don't have enough information about your opponent, if you are not able to analyze your opponent enough, you won't be able to do anything practically better way. So these are the three different segments, but all related to coaching education program. And we also need to relate the players with this coaching education program. So I'm very strong believer. If you don't have good teacher, you will never be able to produce good students. So
Yes,
it
yes.
comes like that. So if you can just well equip your coaches, if you can update their knowledge by bringing the latest information, uh, bringing them into the coaching education program, may it will take time, but finally you will be able to produce some quality players who they can lift up your hockey standard. Otherwise, it is not possible. Unfortunately, in our subcontinent, we are not really uh, we are not able to put up real coaching education program in our countries. We keep on emphasizing for trying to find the shortcuts always. Maybe this time we will win. Okay, we maybe this time we will win, but we never follow the process. I believe without following or adopting the process, we will never be able to produce results. We have to set our direction, as I just mentioned, three different segments. You have to set your direction and then you have to follow the process. Maybe the
Yes.
process will take time, but results will come. If we keep finding the shortcuts, it will never come. So,
Yes.
whole, my emphasis would be we have to update the knowledge of our coaches. If we can bring them into education program, only then they can produce quality players, and that is the way to follow that process, and we can uplift the standard of hockey in subcontinent.
Yes, we got the answer. But in terms of the coaching education, the coaching's quality, you are one of the best coach of FIS. Or one of the viewers asked you that you are one of the best coach of FIS. Why you didn't go to the Pakistan national hockey team?
I also just noticed the ticker here. Waqas
Yes,
Sheikh asked if Tahir Zaman is the best coach of FIH, why not joining
yes,
the Pakistan team? It is,
yes,
you
yes,
see, it is not my domain that I can just go and join the national team. It is not my domain. There are some rules, regulation. There are some authorities. They have to find out. They must be having some criteria. They need to see. It is depends if they will call me. We can sit together. We can talk about our terms and conditions. If it suits them, if it suits me, then I can always. I would love to serve Pakistan for being a Pakistani, being a hockey player. Whatever I am today, I am because of Pakistan and Pakistan hockey. So serving Pakistan would be my top priority by all means. But that has some process to follow. As I said, without following process, we cannot produce results. So if that process is followed, then I can be always available to serve Pakistan. It is not by hook or crook. I can just go and I can ask them on one point, go away, everyone. I want to coach the Pakistan team. It is not like
yes.
that anymore.
Yes, one of the ex-players, Mr. Ashikul Zaman, also agreed on you. And he said on the comments, well said Tahir Bhai about coaching education. Yes, without coaching education, the no nation will progress in sports. Yes, it's true, harsh reality and true also. So Nixon Bhai, you are little bit far from hockey because you are more than 2 decades you are out of country. You are passing the times in USA and also Australia.
I keep in touch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, give in touch. Actually, how is the situation of the world hockey and how you are following it?
I follow world hockey. I watch. I mean, I
Yes.
think Europe, even Argentina, it's South American country. The way like they're too ahead of us right now. I don't know. We're getting keep behind and behind and behind. So especially Bangladesh. I mean, that's why I'm saying. I mean, we need to do school hockey so the kids will involve with starting playing, and then we have to do nursery, as Tahir Bhai said. We need good coaching and coaching education. We have many ex-hockey player in Bangladesh. They became coach and there with Hockey Federation and doing especially BKSP and other. So we need to utilize all of them and bring Bangladesh hockey back. And as I said before, there is still possibility. Trust me, enormous opportunity for Bangladesh hockey. It will go as like cricket. All we need patronize from government, patronize in a lot of sponsor and good organizers and nothing else. And that's all we can do and good coaches. So I'm sure we're behind, but it might take time. We'll catch up. And as I said, there's the Shahbaz by Tahir Bhai. You can always get help from them there, and everybody willing to help Bangladesh hockey. So I hope, yes.
Sorry, complete your sentence, Nixon, then I will.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I hope our organizer, they're asking for help, and go ahead and do something. There is no game in the field. That's the problem. There's no regular league, nothing. There's the only way is league should be continuous so people get some money, especially players. You know, as I said, money is big factor as well. So that's why I'm asking to all our organizer in Bangladesh to just come together and do something better for hockey, nothing else. And we'll do better. We'll do great. Go
I
ahead.
think I agree with you, but to pull up the crowd, to promote the game, we have to have more activities on the pitch. That is for sure, on every age category. To follow the process, to have a better infrastructure where we can start working with the youth players, we have to have academies. I also agree with that. But having academies, having teams or competition, if you don't have good quality coaches, what you will teach them? How you will teach them? How you will make sure that you are able to produce quality players?
That's true.
So you have to come back again. You have to work both way. You have to promote the game. You have to increase the activity level. You have to put money in to attract the youth players so they can come and play hockey. But same time, the most important thing, we have to also have to invest the money on coaching education program. That also demands money. It may take, it is a long process, brother, honestly speaking.
It is.
It takes time. Once you are able to produce some quality coaches, they are well equipped, their knowledge is updated according to the present hockey going nowadays, then they will start producing quality players. Alhamdulillah, we are very blessed in subcontinent. We do have the talent in hockey in Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, even some other countries. We have very good talented players. Hockey is somehow the others in our genes. We say in Pakistan, India, we are born hockey players. But if we are not able to define that talent, we are not able to polish the skills of those players through our coaching education knowledge. What we will do in the future then? So my emphasis is again, we have to have very special focus on coaching education program, and then things will get settled step by step.
Yes, I want to know one thing from Tahir bhai, because you are mentioning the coaching education and other issues. But in football and in the cricket also, the global body ICC and FIFA give some aid to the respective federation. But still, the FIS and the AHF is still in the amateur mode, but didn't so much financial support to the federations. But what do you think? What do you think to developing the hockey to especially the subcontinent AHF? What should to do?
I think they are already doing Arafat, brother. I don't know if you are completely aware of the situation. More or less, there are grants for every national association in terms of Olympic solidarity programs, technical coaching programs, or through DNSS program. Those are the different, I would say, terms which can be used to get the grant from the International Olympic Committee. And International Olympic Committee always offering you these grants through International Hockey Federation and then your Continental Federation. Like one of the way nowadays, from last 3 to 4 months, the Asian Hockey Federation is offering online education program to all the Asian countries, not even only the Asian countries, also to the African countries coaches as well. So they are spending these grants free of cost. They are offering the National Association coaches to join these workshops and courses, and we are trying to update their knowledge through those online education program. And similarly, if there are some big tournaments, like if your team has been qualified for the Olympic Games or World Cup, there are also some offers from the FIH, which they are getting from International Olympic Committee. If you apply, you will get those grants. But hockey is not a professional game like football or cricket. We have limitations.
Yes.
So the grants are not like FIFA or international cricket.
Yes, yes.
Those are small grants, but still you can avail those grants. And presently, Asian Hockey Federation is working by using those grants, offering these education programs, umpiring program, technical officials education program, coaches program online to all the national associations.
Tahir, actually, what is the barriers behind the professionalism for FIS? FIH is trying to the global the game, trying to the professionalism. I asked the Leandro Negri, the ex-president of the hockey FIH, but actually, what's the barrier behind to become professional FIH and the hockey? What's the barriers?
I cannot certainly or exactly mention that, but I think step by step, hockey is also getting towards this mode of professionalism. We have this pro league already started in through FIH. There are some more tournaments coming in future. Like FIH has taken the initiative of Hockey 5. Soon we will see this shorter version of hockey, which is named Hockey 5. We will be able to see the World Cup of Hockey 5. It's been introduced to attract the more sponsors or commercial corporate sector people, because it is a small ground. You actually use small ground to play this Hockey 5 format, and less players, only 5 players for each team playing on the pitch. So it is easy to manage. We can have more regularity in the tournaments. So these are the steps taken by International Hockey Federation together with their continental federations. So we can slightly, step by step, move towards professionalism. And I think many countries playing hockey worldwide. It is also one of the need which should be accomplished as soon as possible. We hope and pray that hockey will become professional soon.
Yes. Now I want to go the Shahbaz Bhai. You are hearing from the long time. Shahbaz Bhai, you were the great player. After finishing your career, you were became now an administrator, hockey administrator. You were the Hockey Federation secretary. So actually, how much the barriers in subcontinent to develop the hockey?
Actually, I tell you, it is not the priority for the government. It is not the priority of the families. It is not the priority of the youth. So unless you get passionate people, I don't think you can make good teams, even if you have top 20 coaches of the world. If you see the Malaysia, from last 20-30 years, I've been observing, they got top coaches of the world like Terry Wash, Paul Lizzig, Roland Altman, and they are, up to certain level, and they will remain there. I tell you. Actually, I tell you, until unless you have a good youth who have talent, and if you spend on them, if you give them good coaching, they can grow. Some people, if you invest entire money of the world, they cannot grow. And for
Yes.
subcontinent, you need support from the government, especially the countries which are poor. You see why India is a little better in subcontinent, because they involve money. Like Nixon said, you know, only those games are seen in a world where money is involved, like soccer, like tennis, like basketball, like golf. Is there any game where money is not involved and showed on a TV? Simple.
Yes, simple answer. Yes, very good simple answer. Shahbaz Bhai, if I am not wrong, in the major discipline like football, cricket, hockey, team games basically, in World Cup, the global tournament, you are the only player who is the best player consecutive to World Cups. So actually, you are the Maradona of hockey, you are the legend of hockey. But what was the turning point of career, if you want to say?
Actually, first of all, I tell you, I was God gifted player. I was not player like others who really work hard and join the team. I was blessed, I can say. Sometimes when I see my old videos, I don't believe that I could be able to do all this. And turning point, you can say, I played my best hockey in '90 World Cup in Lahore, where
Yeah.
80,000 people were, on the stadium. And uh, but '94 Sydney, if you say, I remember that, and I love it because I became champion, and uh, I declared best player of the tournament.
And
So I
also,
like it.
you are also, you are also the captain of that team. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is also the reality. And I also would like to mention here that three players, they contributed more than anybody in a team. First of all, Mansoor, goalkeeper in 1994. he was, I can say, contributed more than anybody. Then Tahir Zaman contributed because during the World Cup his father was expired. He was given the permission to go back and attend the funeral. He said, for the sake of the country, I don't want to go back. It is more than a funeral to fight for a country. I think when we landed in Pakistan, he was holding the World Cup trophy. We gave him the honor. And then Kamran Ashraf, he contributed because he was top scorer of the tournament. So it was, memorable, you can say.
Yes. And since playing career, Tahir bhai and you are very close each another. But now in personal and family life, you are also now relative brother-in-law. So will you say something on the brother-in-law behind this story?
It is, it is from Allah Almighty. He didn't know this. I don't know this. But we are together, and the understanding we had when we were player, we were used to sit together to discuss the opponent team. As he said, we have to prepare the game plan, we have to analyze other teams. And now I would also like to mention here, when when we came for Mohammedan, Tahir did a double job. He was not only playing, he was giving coaching classes to the boys, he was giving game plan to the boys. And for Pakistan, why we played good, Kamar Ibrahim, Tahir, me, Kamran, we were used to sit and plan strategy, and we were very focused. And currently, if I see the team, if I see the boys, they are not that much focused. That is the reason, they cannot perform on the pitch.
Yes. Tahir bhai, Shahbaz bhai said he believes that he is almighty. He is God-gifted, talented for hockey. Do you agree on it?
Yeah, I agree. I think Shahbaz was definitely God gifted. There is no doubt about that, because he was also quite, his IQ level is very high. He was brainy as well. He keeps on thinking about his opponents by himself, sometimes discussing, sharing the same way with the way he mentioned. But in generally, he did not work hard the way we actually work hard to become hockey player. We really worked very hard to become a hockey player, but he was God gifted. That's very true.
And yes, and Ashik, Mr. Ashik, the hockey players, and he also asked a question to you. You worked hard and improved also the Azerbaijan hockey, and you give the plan to them. So he suggested from you any suggestion to improve Bangladesh hockey infrastructure. Mr. Ashik asked you. Right way. Yes.
A very interesting one. Ashik is also our mate as well. We used to play together also.
Yes.
I think it is not actually very difficult one in saying, but it is very difficult one when we have to do the things practically. I am very much familiar with the BKSP. I think that is the great sport to Bangladesh hockey, honestly speaking, because I knew that most of the junior players have been produced most of the time by BKSP. Also, Raju is there nowadays. Many coaches have been working there. I think that institution needs to be utilized more professionally. If they can have really good setup of all professionals, like not only coach, physical trainer, somebody who is really specialist in physical fitness training kind of aspects, the nutritionist, because fitness is very much related to your diet plan. If you don't look after your diet plan, you just keep working hard, you can't keep yourself healthy. So those things are related with each other, and then we can relate those aspects with technical and tactical aspects when we have to coach the players. BKSP is a very good platform for Bangladesh Hockey Federation if that can be capitalized properly. We can talk about many things. I don't know what are the capacities available within Bangladesh Hockey Federation, what they can do, what they are not able to do. As Shahbaz mentioned about the academies, if we can have BKSP, we can have couple of more academies, or maybe one national academy under the umbrella of Bangladesh Hockey Federation. So you pick up players from BKSP and you train them for high performance aspects in national academy through under the umbrella of Bangladesh Hockey Federation. Federation, and you have very good qualified staff there. Again, I would say if you keep following the process for a few years, it may take time. Then you will start producing the good players, and ultimately you will have very good national team. Uh, I believe there is a talent in Bangladesh, but as I
Yes.
said, I don't know what they can do, what they are able to do, what they can do, what they can't actually. So we
Yes,
need
yes.
to see all those aspects. Otherwise,
Yes.
on long-term basis, school hockey would be the best way to start, especially
Yes.
this hockey 5 I have mentioned. Don't
Yes.
offer them hockey 11, ask them to play hockey 5 in schools. And that way
Yes.
you
Yes.
can promote your hockey and you can start your nursery as well from the youth level.
Yes.
And if I can add a little bit, you're absolutely
Yeah,
right.
of course, of
Even
course, of course.
even I
Yes.
came from
Nixon bhai,
BKSP.
please.
I'm from
Yes, yes.
BKSP, and a lot of other people, Haider Alam, Mamoon, lot of player, everybody.
Yeah.
The thing is, BKSP is doing their part. BKSP is now doing, selecting youth and taking them and training them. Then, they select like short, maybe 15 or 20 player. And they're doing also in divisional, like 4 or 5 division in Sylhet, Chittagong, different area. But the thing is, not only BKSP is doing their part, and when player grow up, they're getting out from BKSP. When they come, there is nowhere to play. So the thing is, we need to continue every year. A lot of tournament, especially Dhaka Hockey League.
League, especially the Rakal League.
So
Yes.
That's
there
why I'm saying
is,
it's without following process continuity, you won't be able to produce results.
yeah.
That's very important. I agree.
Yes, yes. Thank
So,
you, Nixon bhai. You are adding with Tahir bhai. I want to know one thing from you. You have very good experience with this dressing room share and the club sharing with Tahir bhai, Shahbaz bhai. And actually, how personally you learn from them, how you enrich yourself from them, on the field and off the field, both.
of course, I mean, when they arrive, I mean,
Yeah.
first time we see them, we know, I mean, everybody know them in hockey world. And they just became world champion and they came in 1995,
94.
97
Yes,
in Bangladesh.
yes,
We are so excited. We got motivated physically, mentally, everywhere. And especially both of them, they also coaches us, especially Tahir Bhai, as Shahbaz Bhai said, he set a game plan. What you need
yes,
to
yes,
do against Usha, against Mariners,
yes, yes.
against Abahani,
Abhani,
everything.
yes,
Yes, and
yes,
we learned from them a lot. That's absolutely right. And I hope they continue and Bangladesh Hockey Federation utilize them, get their help. That's all my request, nothing else to organizer, honestly. And
yes,
they
yes,
never utilize BKSP. They don't utilize. I'm not under, I mean, I don't understand, honestly. I mean, I know
yes,
there is a problem. There will be, organizing. That's why I'm saying, just please don't hate each other. Come together for sake of
yes, yes,
hockey. And
Nixon,
yes,
Nixon, there is very famous Nixon, there
yes,
is very famous saying, there is no free lunch on this tour.
yes, 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 yes,
I mean,
yes, yes,
one more thing, honestly, Tahir Bhai, Shahbaz Bhai, in Bangladesh Hockey Federation is only federation in Bangladesh. Most of the organizers now an ex-player. Most of them, they were and they are.
yes, yes.
They should come together. They know each other. They play together. So why the fighting? I don't get it.
It's a different issues and it's a political and it's a conflict of interest also, not only Bangladesh, in subcontinent culture is almost same. In Pakistan, Shahbaz Bhai secretary, he knows very well, PCB and the
Of
Pakistan
course,
Cricket Board, almost same the situation also, the conflict of interest, the political
It
interference,
will
lots of
it
issues.
will remain like this in subcontinent. Yeah.
It is, yes. I'm going to the another technical issues. Well, the technical expert Taiba is there, so this might be village to know one things. Taiba actually, if I enrolled the rules, the fourth quarter in past it was on 2 quarter, half to half. And now is the fourth quarter. The ball, the color change, the top is changed also. So actually, what do you think? It's the technical issues basically which will improve the hockey or the marketing policy to attract in hockey in the TV or attract hockey in the YouTube and attract hockey in the television stage or the mobile phone. What do you think it actually?
I think it covers both sides, the financial side, marketing aspect as well, and also the quality of hockey. Now we see the in by dividing this game into different 4 quarters, we see more dynamic action from the players, more skill execution from the players, because they have recovery time in between and they are able to speed up the game in every quarter at the top. So the quality has been also improved, and same time from marketing point of view, it is also very beneficial and helpful not only for the FIH, everywhere wherever we are playing hockey, even at the domestic level. It also gives opportunity to the organizers to have more sponsorship and attract the more commercial cooperative sector as well. So it has the 4 quarters changes covering both aspects. It has also increased the quality of hockey, and same time it has also values from marketing point of view.
Yes, Nixon Bhai and Shahbaz Bhai is mentioned that because the political interference, the internal clash, sometimes it happened because an elected committee can gain the ad hoc committee and later with the elected committee extended. So do you think that the AHF and FIS some can play role on there to the democracy of the hockey and to the good governance? Because I think it's a little bit lack on democracy and good governance. FIS should follow over it. What do you think?
I think you're asking me, Arafat?
Yes. Tahir, yes, asking you. Yes.
Yeah, it does actually. FIH or Continental Federation, whether it is the Asian Hockey Federation, they do have their concerns regarding these kind of situations, which you have just mentioned. But that all depends. It needs to ask for the help, then they intervene. Otherwise, they don't jump in by themselves. If they feel, if they discuss their help or their supervision is asked by the national association or by maybe the national government, then they definitely
It's 9 o'clock.
They are there to help those organizations. But if they have been asked to help them, otherwise not the other way around.
Yes. Shahbaz Bhai, actually nowadays the hockey is dominated by the Europe and the Western countries. So actually, what is the behind on it? Because Tahir Bhai is coaching on Asian level, and he said Asia have the talent, the quality, but why the domination in the Europe and Western countries?
I lived 4 years in Holland. It is a family game there, and they have a good infrastructure. They have good club system. You see, Holland is a small country, maybe as big as Dhaka is, and they have 1,000 astroturfs. And then, as Tahir mentioned, they have different tiers of the teams. They start from under 12, under 14, under 16. They keep working on, and then their coaches. They're all educated coaches. They come after the proper programming. It is not this that in Amsterdam is a different coaching, Den Haag is a different coaching. So when they join national team, when they play top level league, you not have to coach them very proper. You not have to educate them very properly, because they immediately understand the game plan. Likewise in Germany, and if you see the Belgium, they saw different European countries and they learned a lot. As Nixon said about Argentina, hardly 5,000 players play hockey there. They organize it so nicely. Everybody in Holland, Germany, Argentina, they go to school, they go to college. If you see in Bangladesh, Pakistan, many boys we get who have not gone to school, colleges, their priority is only hockey. So you have to be educated, because if you are educated, you will understand the game plan. And West, they are doing pretty good for hockey. They are organizing it better. And you see, even international hockey cannot organize any event without getting the permission from the Europe, because they cannot disturb their hockey league. So we don't have respect, we don't have program. So that's the reason we are behind.
Yes.
And I think the difference just mentioned in Holland, Arafat, in Holland, hockey is rich people game. They are paying money to the clubs to play hockey. And in subcontinent, we play hockey to earn the money actually. It is the other way around.
Yes.
So we can see Huge difference.
Yes.
We used to be good players. The hockey dynamics has been changed. One needs to realize this one, and we have to act accordingly. That is the need of the time, actually.
Yes. So we are almost past more than 50 minutes. Tahir bhai, you are the legendary player, now is the legendary coach also. So which identity you like most? Because you are one of the biggest coach and legendary name in world hockey as a coach
Well, I
also.
think
So which identity you
feel
like most?
honored myself. I feel honored myself. I think being a player, I was also not really a very skillful player. I was hardworking, but I did my best to have some recognition. Alhamdulillah. And I'm doing the same in the coaching. So far, I didn't reach the level in a coaching where I'm actually hoping and praying all the time. I do have the experience in a coaching, but still my dream is to coach any national team which should be able to win the medals on the top level. That is the actual ambition right now. And ultimately, same time, if I would be able to produce quality players for my national teams, does not matter which part or where I will start, but it is my ambition again to produce quality players for the national team. So I'm just still looking for my good time to come in hockey coaching. But as far as my players' capacity is concerned, I'm very thankful to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. I think I feel honored myself.
Yes. Shahbaz bhai, you had a glorious career. You had a glorious career, so no doubt about it. If we want to know just most special moment from your career, which one you will select?
As I told you, 90 World Cup, of course, I was the fittest and I played best hockey. But I miss more 94 because we became the champions, you know. You know, when you become the champion, that is a bigger history.
Nothing like it.
Because yes, yes, yes. Nixon bhai, so many hockey players from present and past, and many organizers and many others sports persons in Bangladesh is watching you, and it is great privilege to you also to connect the many Bangladeshi people. Say something for your friends and well wisher in Bengali also, no problem. For 1 minute, Nixon bhai.
শুধু এটুকুই বলা যে সবাই আসেন একসাথে হকির জন্য কাজ করি, হকিকে এগিয়ে নিয়ে যাই। হকির অনেক সম্ভাবনাময় বাংলাদেশে ইনশাল্লাহ। এবং স্টিল টাইম, এখনো অনেক অপরচুনিটি। তো আমার মনে হয় কাজ করা উচিত এবং লিগটা কন্টিনিউ করা উচিত। এটা আমার খুবই আমি হাম্বল রিকোয়েস্ট টু ফেডারেশন, লিগ কন্টিনিউ হোক, প্লেয়াররা কিছু টাকা পাক, টাকা পেলে তারা এনকারেজ পাবে, দ্যাটস নর্মাল থিং। এবং ইউথরা খেলাতে আসবে। এখন ওমেন হকি চালু হয়েছে, আনবিলিভেবল, দ্যাটস সো গ্রেট ফর বাংলাদেশ। উই হ্যাভ টু কন্টিনিউ দ্যাট। অ্যান্ড এটাই আমার বলা কথা যে আসুন সবাই একসাথে বাংলাদেশের হকির জন্য কাজ করি। আমি নাই তাতে কিছু, আমি না হয় দূরে, বাট আমি অলওয়েজ কিপ ইন টাচ। আমি আপনাদেরই একজন, ইনশাল্লাহ। আমার তরফ থেকে এনি হেল্প আই উইল ডু দ্যাট ইনশাল্লাহ। এবং অলসো আমি শেষ করতে চাই যে আমাদের মরহুম এহতেশাম সুলতান, আমার রেসপেক্ট এন্ড কন্ডোলেন্সেস টু দ্য ফ্যামিলি, এবং হোপ মে আল্লাহ গ্রান্ট হিম জান্নাহ।
Same from our side.
Yes,
Ameen.
yes, yes. Shahbaz bhai and Tahir bhai, it's my great honor because a legendary player like you give some time for me. Say something for Bangladesh people or the world hockey people from AJ Arena. Tahir bhai,
So
yeah,
I
Shahbaz
wish,
bhai, Shahbaz bhai. Yes,
yeah,
please,
I
Shahbaz
wish
bhai.
very best of luck for Bangladeshi people as well for their hockey team. And I expect, as Nixon mentioned, they grow in hockey and whatever the good me, Tahir, Nixon can do, we are ready. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shahbaz bhai. Tahir bhai.
Yeah, well, the same kind of feelings here. Wishing all the Bangladeshi people very best health in present circumstances, COVID-19, and same wishing Bangladesh hockey all the very best. I knew still many players who used to play with us. Mithun, Tasham, Ashik was just here. They are very much involved in hockey. Mamoon is also there. Kamal is also there. Those people are working very hard to uplift the hockey standard there. I forget so many names because when I was there to conduct a coaching course, I met all of them. I see them,
Yes.
they are active, they are very keen to learn coaching aspects. So ultimately, they can contribute to develop their national teams as well. So as we have discussed, I think many aspects, but as long as we were not able to activate the competitions, we don't bring the kids to the pitch, we don't bring the players to play league games, and we don't create some incentive for them, it would be very difficult. That is the part to start and for the continuation and promotion of hockey. And same time, if we can manage and we can start the coaching education program, that would be a very great to develop hockey in Bangladesh on long-term basis. So we wish them all the very best. That's
Yes.
it
Thanks,
from my
John.
side.
Yeah, thanks, John. It's a great privilege for me because Tahir bhai joined from Oman, Nixon bhai from USA, and Shahbaz bhai from the Pakistan. It is a great privilege for me, and I'm really honored because you gave me time, everyone, and I'm really thankful to all of you. And thanks again for giving me time. And hope everyone will stay with AJ Arena, and we'll do something better and another day. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for having us. Thank you. It's a
Yeah,
pleasure.
thank you.
Just
Bye.
correcting,
Bye.
I'm back in Pakistan. I'm just back in Pakistan. I'm not in Oman.
Oh, okay.
Thank you very
Okay,
much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much. Thank
Thank
you.
Thank you, Nixon. Take care.
Thank you. সুপ্রিয় সুধী, আমরা যখন আলোচনা করছিলাম হকি নিয়ে, বিশ্ব হকি, বাংলাদেশ হকি বা দক্ষিণ এশিয়া হকি নিয়ে, আমাদের সাথে ছিলেন অত্যন্ত বিজ্ঞ আলোচক যারা বিশ্ব হকিতে একসময় খেলোয়াড় হিসেবে দাপিয়ে বেরিয়েছেন। তারা বিভিন্ন তাদের মতামত ব্যক্ত করলেন। সেই মতামতের ব্যক্তের মাধ্যমে মূল যে বিষয়টা বেরিয়ে আসলো, হকির উন্নয়নের জন্য প্রয়োজন কোচিং এডুকেশন বা ভালো মানের কোচ তৈরি করা। ভালো মানের কোচ এবং কোচিং এডুকেশন বা অবকাঠামো না থাকলে হকি আগাবে না, সেটাই তারা বললেন এবং এর সাথে সম্মতি প্রকাশ করলেন সাবেক জাতীয় হকি খেলোয়াড় নিক্সন আলম। আশা করি বাংলাদেশ হকি ফেডারেশন এবং বাংলাদেশ সরকার এই বিষয়ে গুরুত্ব আরোপ করবে এবং বাংলাদেশের হকি আন্তর্জাতিক অঙ্গনে একটি সুনির্দিষ্ট ভালো অবস্থায় পৌঁছতে পারবে। আপনাদের সকলকে ধন্যবাদ এজেডি এর সাথে থাকার জন্য। আপনারা এজেডি সাবস্ক্রাইব করবেন, এজেডি সাথে থাকবেন। ধন্যবাদ সকলকে।